I can smoke and drink a little and be fine to drive.
No, you can't.
I actually drive better when I'm high.
No, you don't.
The police can't tell that I'm driving high.
Yeah, we can. We have specially trained officers that are called drug recognition experts, and they're able to evaluate your sobriety and determine what drug or drugs you may be under the influence at the time of driving. Well, we know over 30 million people have admitted to using cannabis or cannabis products in the last 30 days. So we're seeing a lot of new users, so we're prepared to identify those impaired drivers on the roadway. Law enforcement's looking for a lot of different things, such as intention problems, people staying stopped at green lights, people proceeding through yellow lights at an unsafe speed. Maintaining lane positions is a big one. Tailgating, unsafe lane changes, driving up on the curb. We're seeing people who drive too fast, maybe even drive too slow. If you're slow to respond when we pull you over and have a hard time getting out of the car, we're going to check to see if you're impaired. You may have learned your limits when it comes to alcohol, but cannabis and drugs affect everyone differently. Today's cannabis is not like cannabis from 25 or 30 years ago. THC strength has increased since the 90s. It's almost 3 times what it was back then. It doesn't take much to get high. It can make you feel like you're on a stimulant, a depressant, or even hallucinate. Complicating things even more is the number of different forms of THC and the way people are using them. There's many ways to consume cannabis, and the potency ranges drastically. In most cases, people who smoke cannabis feel the peak effects in about 10 minutes, but the effects can last up to 4 hours. The high you might feel while ingesting THC can take up to 30 minutes, even 2 hours before you feel peak effects, but can last up to 8 to 10 hours. Given the effects that people feel when they ingest cannabis and how long it takes, people may actually ingest more than they wanted to and actually have really adverse effects when it comes to edible cannabis. As cannabis has been legalized, we are seeing more drivers test positive for THC in their system. One study showed a 48% increase in just 7 years. Law enforcement is working on new tests to confirm and identify those who are high and remove them from the roadway. And just like alcohol, driving under the influence of cannabis can lead to a DUI. It can lead up to fines for $15,000, loss of your license, and even worse if there's a crash, jail time.
I drove here, so now I gotta drive home.
No, you don't. You have options. Plan ahead. Ride share, taxi, phone a friend. Don't become one of our statistics. Better yet, don't hurt yourself or someone else.